Afterglow Books by Harlequin and HarperAudio present You Had Me at Happy Hour by Timothy Janovsky, performed by Mark Sanderlin. Author's Note: This book contains discussions of alcoholism, debt, and parental neglect, and depictions of people living with OCD, GAD, and erectile dysfunction. Please take special care while reading. Much love, Timothy Janovsky. 1. Julien. Julien Boire's tongue has many talents. It can decipher the tannin and acidity of a wine from a single sip. It can make his friends with benefits moan with a few intentional, well-timed licks. And on occasion it can also morph itself into the shape of a clover, a specialty of his since the first grade that won him some friends on the playground. His tongue, however, also has its faults. Chief among them, its inability to be held when a patron at Martin's Place insists on ordering a red wine with the salmon entree. "While that's a choice," he begins, puffing out his chest to display his certified sommelier pin with immense pride, "a buttery, full-bodied Chardonnay would pair much better with the mustard-glazed fish. We have an oaked 2018 Chardonnay from Santa Barbara County for $35 a bottle or $9 a glass. May I suggest that instead?" The man at the table, salt and pepper hair, immaculate fingernails, expensive watch, doesn't even flinch or look up from his menu as he says, "No, you may not." Julien, jarred by this, looks to this man's table-mate, a woman no older than 50, with blunt blonde hair in a floral dress with a drooping neckline. She averts her eyes, a move that suggests the man has done this before. Julien does what he's done before as well, juts out his chest a little more so that his sommelier pin, a coin-shaped pendant with a face in the center and a purple ring around the edge, catches the light and the attention of the man with the severe dark eyes. This pin is his most prized possession, a marker of his success in his first intense study of wine and all its bold expressions. It also cost him a full weekend of attending lectures, many hours of intense memorizing, several personal breakdowns over the difficulty, and roughly $1,300. He has every right to show it off as a marker of his expertise. "Sir, it's only that a Cabernet will completely overpower the flavor of the fish," Julien says, with such authority that he's certain his point will come across. "If you're positive you'd prefer a red, a Pinot Noir from Burgundy might do the trick." "I think what I asked for would do the trick since it's what I asked for," the man says, patience waning in his tone and volume. Julien has been a server at Martin's Place since he turned 18. Prior, he worked as a dishwasher, a busboy, a host, and a general right-hand man to his uncle, who owns the joint alongside his wife. They raised Julien after his parents lost custody, as if they wanted it to begin with, in an ugly court proceeding he prefers not to think about. Martin's Place in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, is as much Julien's home as his one-bedroom apartment in Allentown, and when a patron refuses his wine suggestion, it feels a bit like they're coming over for a visit and refusing to take off their shoes at the door as requested. An affront. A blatant disrespect that kinks his shoulders and causes sweat to bead on his brow. "The chef has crafted such an exquisite flavor combination with a more subtle sauce," Julien says, this time appealing to the woman who is sipping from her water glass. "It would be a shame to cover it up with a wine that's more robust." The man, having pulled his readers off his nose and set them beside his bread plate, looks at Julien with a fiery displeasure. "It would be more of a shame for me to have to talk to your manager about your impertinence." The woman pipes up. Julien hopes it will be in his favor, but his face falls when she says, "Whatever happened to the customer is always right?" Her tone is dripping with, "What do you mean you won't accept my expired coupon?" energy. It's this voice that he can't stand, even more than outside shoes on his freshly vacuumed carpet. "The customer is always right, but in this instance, you are both dead wrong," he says with a growl that surprises even him. But it's been a long day, week, month.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?